Hey there, Teacher Beto again. How are you? Are you good? Are you fine? Great. So, are you taking care of yourselves? Are you keeping the house clean? Now it's important to redouble the hygiene. What kind of chores do you do at home? Well, here I do many things. I make my bed. I do the dishes. I vacuum. I
What else I do?
I do the iron. I take out the trash every single day.
Wow.
But I live with someone else. Yeah, I share my place with another person. So let's see what this person is doing right now. Hey dude, what are you doing?
I'm doing the dishes. I'm doing the laundry. I'm ironing. I'm vacuuming. I'm mopping the floor.
And you, how often do you make your bed? Do you make your bed every day? Not always. Sometimes. How often do you clean your room? And who usually does the household chores at your home? And who do you think that usually does all the household chores, generally speaking? Men or women? Women, of course. We still have a lot of sexism in our society, in our culture. Girls, talk to all men around your life, around you, right? Let's have this discussion. And boys, time to move on. Time to change the scenario. Talking about chores, is your house easy to clean? No? Yes? Do you live in a house or in an apartment? Well, I live in an apartment. It's quite difficult to clean, but I can handle it. How many people live with you? As we are already in this topic, I think that's a nice opportunity to work with reading. Yes, we're going to read a text about living in an apartment and share this space with your family. And also talk about this relationship between neighbors. But before we start doing this reading activity, I want to talk to you about two special techniques while you're doing reading activities. They are skimming and scanning. Are you familiar with these terms? No? Maybe you know them, but you don't know them as skimming and scanning. So let's watch a video and learn a little bit more.
Skimming and scanning. Skimming is a reading technique that can help you read more quickly and decide if the text is interesting and whether you should read it in more detail. You can use the skim technique when you want to identify the main ideas in a text. You skim a text to obtain the main idea, the overall sense of a text, of a piece of writing. This can help you decide whether to read it more slowly or in more detail. How do you skim read? When you use the skimming technique, you don't read the whole text word for word. You should use as many clues as possible to give you some background information. There might be pictures or images related to the topic, or an eye-catching title. Let your eyes skim over the surface of the text and look out for keywords while thinking about any clues you have found about the subject. Read the title, subtitles, subheadings to find out what the text is about. Look at the illustrations to give you more information about the topic. Read the first and the last sentence of each paragraph. Don't read every word or every sentence. Let your eyes skim over the text and look out for keywords. Continue to think about the meaning of the text. Scanning. You can use the scanning technique to look up a phone number, read through the small ads in a newspaper, or for browsing television schedules, timetables, lists, catalogs, and web pages. For information, of course. For these tasks, you don't need to read or understand every word. Scanning is also useful when you don't have time to read every word. This could be when you are studying or looking for specific information from a book or an article you need to find it quickly. Tips for better scanning. Don't try to read every word. Instead, let your eyes move quickly across the page until you find what you're looking for. Use clues on the page, such as headings and titles, to help you. If you are reading for a stud, start by think up or write down some questions that you want to answer. It's always useful if you are doing a reading activity to read the questions before, then you go to the text to find the information you need.
Great! Now I feel that you are more prepared to do activities 2 to 5 on your student's book, page 22. Try to put into practice the techniques that we are studying, skimming and scanning. I'll post the answer key in a section below. I'll be here when you finished.
1 hour later.
Great job, guys. Well done. Was it easy? Yeah? Great. But if you have questions or if you have any kind of difficulties, you can write them down in our section called Questions and Answers session, and I'll be answering in our next online meeting. All right? Let's move on. Have you noticed that in this text we can find sentences like this? So, if if you pay attention to these questions, to these sentences, what kind of verb tense are we talking about here? What do you say? Simple present or present simple.
Of course!
Exactly. But when I say, for example, I'm doing the housework, am I using the same verb tense as in the previous sentences?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Which verb tense is it? Present continuous. So what is the difference, or what are the differences between these two verb tenses? Let's check it out. We use the present simple or the simple present to talk about routines. Yes, things that we always, usually, never,
sometimes, occasionally, hardly ever, never,
rarely do. And we use the present continuous to talk about temporary activities. Let's see one example of present simple and one example for present continuous. Here, I always do the housework. I always do the housework. Now let's see present continuous. I'm doing the housework during quarantine. I'm doing housework during quarantine. We also use the present simple to talk about facts. And on the other hand, we use the present continuous to talk about actions that are happening now. Let's see some examples. Here, alcohol kills coronavirus. Alcohol kills coronavirus. Now, let's see one example with the present continuous tense. Here, I'm cleaning my hands with alcohol.
well reminded.
Okay, got it? We use the present simple to talk about timetables and schedule. We use the present we use the present continuous to talk about actions that are going to happen in the near future. Let's see two examples. First, present simple. Our questions and answers session starts at 2 p.m. Our questions and answers session starts at 2 p.m. Now let's see this. Yeah, that's true. I'm working tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow. See? Do you understand? Got it? Let's review.
I'm going to show you when to use present simple and when to use present continuous. Let's get started. Let's have a look at these sentences. I never cook dinner. She is cooking dinner. The first sentence is in the present simple tense. The second sentence is in the present continuous tense. First, we are going to have a look at how to form a present simple and how to form a present continuous tense. For the simple present, we're going to use the verb in the present tense. And for the present continuous, we needed the auxiliary verb to be and the main verb in the ing form. An example for the present simple is we walk to school every day. But with the present simple, we needed to pay extra attention to the third person singular. He she, and it, because we conjugate this verb adding an S. Here's an example of a present continuous. They are washing their car. Now, when do we use present simple tense? We use present simple when something happens, always, regularly, sometimes, never, etc. We use present continuous for temporary activities. An example for the present simple is here. She always drives like a mad woman. An example for the present continuous is here. You are driving like a mad woman. Let me out of the car. A temporary activity. The present simple is also used when talking about facts. The present continuous is used when something is happening right now. An example of a present simple is here. Water freezes at -1 Celsius. An example for the present continuous is here. The water is freezing, look! Finally, we use the present simple for timetables and schedules, for example. The bus arrives at 10:30. We use the present continuous for a plan in the near future. We know when it's going to happen. For example, I'm taking the bus tomorrow. That's it, guys. I hope it's clear for you. Thank you very much for watching this video.
Great! Got it? Good. If you didn't, don't worry. Watch this video again. And if you keep having these questions, please use the question and answer session to do that. I will answer all your questions. Please write them down, and on Wednesday I'll be there to talk to you about this. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for your attention. Take care of yourselves. I have the feeling that we are going to be near very soon. Okay? Keep studying, do the activities, and take care. See you next class. Bye-bye.